Yep. Yeah, we said it in the race and in qualifying, not below the yellow. Got a bit of a cough, so I'm going to try to remember to mute in between.
The Collateral Damage Sports Network overlays can take your broadcast to the next level. Whether you want to kick off the show with our all-new infographics or wrap it up with our Race Results 2.0 with podium and superlatives. In the race, dive in to see who got on and off pit road the fastest, and then use our head-to-head plug-in package to know exactly when your driver will catch the leader. For your onboard cameras, you've got to have the tower telemetry. Then for the rest of your broadcast, keep up with all the action with alerts for penalties, off tracks, and other events, stage break grids, alternative leaderboards, special event plugins like the Indy 500 qualifying, and more to keep your audience plugged into your stream, whether it's rolling grids and podiums, performance breakdowns by car, club, class, and team, or even pulling your Sim Racer hub standings automatically. Join these elite broadcast partners and find your next broadcast upgrade at collateraldamagesportsnetwork.com.
Sun's going down and the rig is on. iRacing is where I belong. Discord's lit and the drivers are here. This is GEC, there's no room for fear. Green flag drops and the engines roar. 40 cars and we all want more. Mash the gases, we're on the line. Full wide and we're feeling fine. Drifting close in a slipstream dance. Taking the corners in a high-speed trance. Side by side in this GEC league, there's nowhere to
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the GEC Racing League season premiere here with the Collateral Damage Sports Network Truck Series at Daytona. I'm Shane Cochran up in the booth. With me, as always, Lee Kiernan. Lee, how are you doing tonight?
Doing great. Looking forward to seeing season 9. We've got a lot of new faces, a lot of new paint jobs. It's going to be a great night.
It is. New drivers, new paint schemes. It's all over the place tonight. Tonight's race is going to be the Kyle Busch Memorial 250 at Daytona. We are here excited to start our season, but with heavy hearts, as with everyone in the racing community around the world this week. We're going to be talking a little bit about Kyle and our favorite memories and what he meant to us. Here, we're actually going to have a tribute caution on lap 18 in honor of Kyle. And I know we've got some drivers out there with some tribute paint schemes as well, but we'll get to that later. Right now, let's talk about the race. We're here at the World Center of Racing, Daytona International Speedway, for a night race. Track temp and air temps both 80 degrees. The surface is dry. We wouldn't want it any other way. We're here. We've got we've got some of our data a little goofed up. It's going to be 4 additional tire sets, 1 fast repair, 1 green-white checker, and 65% fuel. We'll get that corrected here in a minute. And then in the booth, I did not have time to get Lee's picture in just yet tonight, but it's going to be Shane and Lee all season long, just like last season, here for the CDSN Truck Series. Lee, we've got a big field here tonight. We're not used to having this many trucks out there. What are you expecting?
Well, I'm really looking forward to some of our Cup drivers that have stepped down to this series. Looking forward to seeing them race. Looking forward to the new guys, and looking forward to some of the standouts that from last year, so last season. So yeah, really looking forward to this one. Daytona's always so much fun too. Yeah,
you mentioned that. So Jamie Griffin came down last season, picked up a win. We've got Joe Barrow coming down. 2 GEC veterans with both over 100 starts here in the league. But right now, let's go ahead and get started with our rolling grid. It's going to be Dinda on the pole with Skirbo. Man, we should have checked some of these names. Apologies to anybody we get it wrong in this first race. We'll get it corrected as we go on. Then Knox Thompson and Jess Childs on row 2, followed by Joe Barrow and Josh Eller on row 3. Coleman Chapman and Doremus in row 4. Robert Weibel and Klaus Brahm on row 5. Josh Ryder and Michael Boyd in row 6. And it's Scott Prim and Chris Melton in row 7. It's going to be Walt Zahadak. He won this race last season. We'll see what the 00 can do for Stitley Motorsports. Barris going to join him on row 8. Then Jamie Griffin and Jacob Hughes in row 9. Then rounding out your top 20, Most and Green. Love seeing all these new Dodge trucks out there. Last season, I don't think we had any. Kevin Keister and Ty Weems on row 11. Shelton and John Boy Hughes in row 12. David Culleton, another GEC veteran with a lot of Daytona speed and experience. Then Hayes alongside him in 26th place. Then Nathan Anderson and Eric White in row 14. Todd McDuffie and Jones in row 15. Then Ryan Elzey and Corey Stewart in row 16. Rittenauer and Woods, row 17. Saraki and Taylor, row 18. Then Marshall Taylor, Chris Brown in row 19. The green flag is out. Pete Dillon going to start in 39th, and that is your grid for tonight. We are racing under the lights in Daytona.
A great start by our pole sitter there. And sorry if I mess anyone's name up tonight, but I see Burrow coming through to take a prime position behind our pole man. Everyone looks good here. It's a good start. It's a big field here tonight, so everyone will be trying to get their feet underneath them. I see Burrow to the point here. He's being pushed by Chapman.
Yeah, we talked about this already, and we're probably going to talk about it all night. Barrow coming to the Truck Series from the Cup Series. A lot of experience here in the GEC Racing League for Joe. He has been promoted to the director of the Cup Series, which means he cannot race in that series. So he's going to join us here in Season 9 in the trucks, and he is already going to lead a lap here in this Season 9.
Now Joe's already a series champion. Was that a cup champion? Is that correct?
Well, back in the day, we changed the car every season, so it wasn't necessarily a cup series and a truck series. It was just whatever was hot. So I'm trying to remember what they were racing back then. It could have been the ARCA car, could have been the Xfinity. We were all over the place, but it was the top competition of the league, whatever car it was. Oh, a couple cars with contact back in the field already.
Yep,
there it is. Out. Caution is out. First one of the night. Looks like Christopher Brown and a few others.
Yeah, it looks like Brown, Taylor, and I'm sorry if I get the name wrong, but Cody, and also Taylor, Marshall Taylor.
And that, we'll take another look at this. Looked like it started with just a stack up near the rear of the field. When you're in the back like this, you get so worried that you're going to lose the draft and not be able to keep up, and it's really easy to do. It's easier than you'd think. And so when you're in those last few spots, you are not going to lift when the traffic does. You're going to try and fit in the best you can. It just looked like that time they couldn't make it all fit. There was contact earlier that lap, though, as well. Let's see if we can find where that started. Yeah, it's just the 9 and the 39. That's Marshall Taylor, Cody Rittenauer. So first caution of the night right there on lap 2.
And I did just hear race control call that a racing incident. I don't think you'll see too many of those this season. So that was a little unusual, that one.
Yeah, we do want to give a shout out to Dusty Haynes, our assistant series director, also acting as race control with the help of Kyle Simmons here tonight. They're going to be keeping everybody straight. Might be lucky enough to have Dusty jump in the booth here a couple times to let us in on how the field's behaving, but it is going to be Joe Barrow, your leader. Dinda, Chapman, Skirbo, and Weibel, your top 5.
Dinda wasn't letting Barrow go. Dinda was fighting back on the outside at that particular time. I think Skirbo, it was pushing him. So I see this turned into a bit of a dogfight out there. We got some heavy hitters back in the pack here. Knox Thompson, Jessica Childs, Jamie Griffin, just some really great people that joined the series last year. Who do I see? Prim, Boyd's always so strong. I expect all these guys to push their way to the front here. Oh, guys and girl.
Yeah, it was a great season last year. Bryce Borer was the dominant driver. He's going to be in Cup Series this season. But as you mentioned, there are names that have just started to become perennial powerhouses here in the GEC Truck Series. You mentioned Michael Boyd. He's just one of those drivers. He's always in the battle at every track, every season. So I look for great things out of him. And then I'm curious to know who's going to be the standout rookie team or rookie driver this season. A lot of new faces.
Yeah, well, we see Dinda up the front. And sorry if I'm not saying your name correctly. I think that's how I say it. And Skirbo. 2 new faces, so that's great news.
We'll talk a little bit about our league sponsors this season. As always, for the second season in a row, Collateral Damage Sports Network on board to sponsor the Truck Series. We also picked up a new New sponsor this season, 4D2 Designs. You'll see their logo around. We're going to talk a little more about them as the season and race goes on. And Laughing Llama Wraps has joined us for another season. Seems like Walt and Laughing Llama have been sponsoring GEC for as many seasons as I've been here.
Yeah, and of course, Walt was the winner of this race last year. The first race out of the can he won, Daytona. So great sponsor, great driver. I expect to see him towards the end of the race up front.
Yeah, I'm looking at Walt right now. He's got his teammate Jamie Griffin right there behind him. That's exactly where you want your teammate to be here at Daytona. We'll see if those two can do anything on this restart.
A little tweak to their paint jobs as well. I'm sure Walt did that, and his trucks always look amazing. I'm liking that truck, that paint job on Jamie's. Actually, it looks very Power Ranger. I know
Yeah,
Jamie's a fan of the Power Rangers.
we're going to look at that a little closer later. I do believe it is a llama, a laughing llama wearing a Power Ranger helmet.
Oh, is it really? Wow.
So Josh Ryder in 7th position. I think we're going to jump on board with Josh for this restart. Green flag is out for the second time tonight.
That gets a little bit of a jump there, but he does have some push here right now.
That looks relatively calm. I mean, I know we're only on lap 6, but my energy is flowing. I've got the adrenaline pumping. I'm ready to go racing.
Yeah, everyone's being nice and conservative to start off with here. Number 19 taking it 3 wide. That's Hughes. Looks like he might be stuck in the sucker spot there at the moment.
So it looks like Walt has fallen back. No longer with his teammate Griffin. That 5 truck is moving forward, though. So far, it's been Dinda and Childs working together, and Barrow and Chapman. Now Dinda and Childs get down in front of Barrow. They're going to take the lead here on lap 7.
Dinda's got a good pusher there. Jessica's always a good pusher around this place. See Burrow move to the outside. Dinda's going to block that push. Will that move?
Take a look at who's moving forward. Right now it's Saraki up 17 positions already. Behind him, Nathan Anderson up 9 positions. Both of them just outside the top 15. Make that inside the top 15, almost the top 10, as they take that 3rd lane. Oh, big contact. Big wreck. Trucks going everywhere here.
So drivers that are in that include Anderson, Keister, Corey, Burris, Shelton, Ryder.
Well, let's back that one up. It's saying it started with Stewart, but I saw something ahead of him.
Yeah, I did too. Might have been Ryder.
So they're 3 and 4 wide. Oh, it's Griffin and the 24. I believe that's Prim. Get turned, and then it just goes wild from there. And all these drivers behind them trying to get to the apron to play it safe. Oh, and then the 27 almost made it through and then got tagged as that wreck came back down the hill. Got one truck up on its side. That's the 08. Oh, boy.
Yeah, the 08 is Shelton. I was admiring that paint job, actually, earlier.
And go back about a lap. See what we can see here. We're on board with Corey Stewart. Running about 30th at the time. You can see they're getting big runs here, Lee.
Yeah.
And they got almost 4 wide. Does Corey make it through this?
Oh.
Almost. All right, I think maybe let's ride on board with Griffin. Well, that's not going to show us anything. Go back to the hood. Because I think this is where it begins. That outside lane just gets really stacked up there in front of Prim. He backs it up to Griffin. Then they're 3 wide. Oh, did you see that? It's actually someone gets loose up in front of this pack that causes the stack up. Was that Weibel? Everyone's got new paint schemes this year, so it's a little hard to figure it out.
Somebody touched the apron, I think, down there. You got 3 cars really close. Maybe that one, the 07.
Oh, it was, yeah, Chapman comes up, gets Weibel a little bit checked up.
And then...
That's just enough to set the dominoes falling to 3 and 4 wide behind them.
And then whoever the black and blue one was behind. Not sure who that was.
So a reminder to everybody watching, we do still have 1 fast repair every race this season, so some drivers are going to be using that early. Some drivers are going to maybe try and save it for later and go with the manual repairs at this point. I'm looking through, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drivers that have already used that fast repair based on the damage that came out of that caution there on lap 8.
Just a reminder from race control to take it easy out there for everyone. That there's a lot of laps left. Need to close this pack up a bit.
Looking at who's had the fastest lap tonight, it's Siraki. We saw him using it to gain positions. He's up to 6th now. He also has the fastest lap of the night, 49.44.
Yeah, he wasn't scared of taking it 3 wide. He took it 3 wide a couple of times. He took it 3 wide right before they had the little incident there, but he just got free of it. So he's used that to move himself forward.
I want to thank everybody again out there in YouTube land watching us tonight. I see somebody asking, how is the 44 doing and how did he make it out of there? Ty Weems driving for Aces and Eights Motorsports. Did not see exactly how the 44 got through there, but I know a handful of drivers were able to scoot down to the apron and get around that caution before those trucks drifted down the track.
I see one of our Cup drivers jumping in the Discord, the chat, saying, "Let's go Dirty South." That's from Darren Bruce. Looks like we're green. Great jump on the outside this time by Dinder. Dinder moves down to the inside. Wow, he got a great start.
Everybody sorting it out behind him. Pretty big gap, though. I expect these drivers to come with a run when they catch those 2 leaders. The 84 driving for GTCR Motorsports this season. A couple new drivers teaming up with Cup driver Garrett Caswell. I know they've got 2 more members on this team. We'll get all these rosters updated for race 2. Right now he's got at least one teammate in the top 5 with him.
Of course, Caswell's one of our top drivers in GEC Cup. So I expect these guys to have a nice strong team as well.
Pretty calm and organized at the moment. I wonder if everyone's gonna play it conservative here. We know we've got that competition caution coming on lap 18.
Oof. And that was close between Siraki and I don't know who the other car behind him was, but whoever was right behind him, the 07, really close.
Yeah, Siraki, that 19 bright yellow car. We're gonna jump on board with Brandon.
He's got Jessica right in front of him, Jessica Childs.
Oh, he
Just
splits it.
outside his plans, and yeah.
Oh, I don't know how he made that work, Lee.
Yeah, he's definitely on it.
Still in the middle. There he gets out of it. Could not quite clear Childs on the bottom. Was stuck 3 wide, longer than I'd want to be.
Yeah, I thought he had actually cleared Jessica. I thought he had moved back down on the inside, but obviously he hadn't. Fortunately, there was a spot for him up the top, but only just. I think that's Anderson blinking there a couple of times. I'm sure they'll see that and address that if it becomes a problem. So definitely 2 packs have formed here. We've got the first pack of, I want to say, 28 cars, and then the other group is a few seconds behind them.
Yeah, right now the 58 appears to be leading the second group. That's Taylor and Most behind him. Then John Boy Hughes, Christopher Brown, Michael Boyd, all in this backpack.
So that backpack is probably a nice safe place to be at the moment, because this looks pretty aggressive up front here.
Yeah, here comes the 88. Teammate of Dinda Doremus. We've got a caution. I'm looking to see who's, looks like Barris, Shelton, McDuffie, Hughes with a meatball flag. Here we go. Oh, just a hard contact between the 39 and 17 gets all these drivers a little upset. And then that second pack comes through. Oh, they collect a few more drivers.
Ah.
See, it looks like it might have started with Barris. And that was the initial contact, but I didn't see. I think Hughes is the one that seems to have gotten the worst of it. They're in the 14. He's the only driver that came out of that with a meatball flag. And that is our caution on lap 16. I think we're close enough to the lap 18 competition caution. This is we want to take a moment and pause and talk about Kyle Busch, a historic and mythical figure around the racing world. And as someone who was certainly not a fan of his earlier in his career, he proved me wrong and really won my admiration over the course of his career and off the track as well. I know Kyle and Samantha Busch both started and founded a charity organization that helps families in need of fertility assistance that can't afford it. They were helping families do that. And as a father of multiple children, brought onto the earth through IVF and other treatments, I'm super connected to Kyle and Samantha in that way. And that's just, what he did on the track, whether you were a fan or not, you had to respect, but what he did off the track, you have to admire. And that's what Kyle Busch means to me. Lee, I don't know if you have any Kyle Busch memories or things you want to share.
Yeah, just there was a stage when he would clean sweep the weekends. He'd roll up and he'd race trucks, he'd race Busch, and then he'd also race the Cup, and he was just so amazing. He'd just do anything with the car at any time. I wasn't a huge fan of his either to start off with, but just how strong he would run, just every single car he'd jump in, just amazing. Whether it was Watkins Glen or whether it was Daytona, you would always see him up there racing for the lead. You know what I like to see is people like Carl Edwards, people like Dale Earnhardt, people like Danny Hamlin, all saying how much they respected him. That means a lot to me. So yeah, he will be missed.
I'm doing my best here I know this 21 car has got a Kyle Busch tribute on the hood. Doing my best to find a camera that will show it. Struggling a little bit at the moment. Well, apologies for the poor camera work.
I think it's a lesson to all us guys that sometimes maybe we should go to the doctor a little bit more and, just really maybe not push through things the way that we do. Not saying that that's what happened here, but, we really just need to take a moment and understand that life can be fragile.
Absolutely. So, again, we're racing tonight in memory of Kyle Busch, another NASCAR driver gone too soon. I mean, just the expectations we all had for what records he had left to break. I mean, he's a Hall of Fame slam dunk already, but, we were kind of wondering, is he going to make it? How far up the win list could he go? Could he get another championship there racing with RCR? And you never would have thought that drivers like Kyle Busch and Carson Hocevar would strike up a friendship, but that seems like what they were doing. And
and how sad to see that he's not going to be able to follow his son's career. It's so sad having a kid that's in sports myself. Now we get to see them out there on the field or out there on the racetrack. I mean, that's devastating for that family, and yes, all of us having kids, it's going to put a big hole in that family, unfortunately.
Yeah, especially after the Biffle family tragedy earlier in the year. Just the hits keep coming here in 2026.
Yeah.
All right, we keep seeing a lot of people in the chat cheering for Ty Weems in the 44, so we're going to jump on board with Ty for this restart here.
Let's go, Ty. Yeah, I see Honeybee reached out and said, let's go, Weems. I hear a lot of drivers miking up right now, expressing their thoughts about Kyle Busch. So, yeah.
All right, as we're coming back to the restart here, it's going to be lap 20 of 100. Green flag is out. Weems with a great start. They're on the bottom, running in 20th right now.
They're 3 wide. I see that the 19 has gone 3 wide around the outside of Jessica.
Big gaps there on the outside lane. Who's going to make the most out of it?
I do like that outside lane, especially when you're 3 wide, but you need a pusher. Great onboard action here. Ty Weems is from Griffin, Georgia.
So as we run, we still have 37 drivers on the lead lap. Right now, McDuffie, the only driver on track, not on the lead lap. 3 laps down. But as the only driver in that situation, does look like he's lost the pack, but he is in line for a lucky dog or two if he can catch some cautions here.
I see the Dirty South guys running nose to tail there on the inside, about 5 back. It's probably a smart move at this stage of the race.
The 88's out in the lead. He's got Joe Barrow giving him a push. Then the 89 of Melton.
Call out for the 23 as well. Anderson in the 23 by Austin. Love to see those call out in the chats.
Here comes Melton to the bottom. Can't quite get the run. Barrow still pushing the 88. Oh, he's going to leave him outside. 3 wide now. Battle for the lead. And here comes Thompson with a huge run. Saraki has to check up. He's gonna jump in behind Barrow and they're try to get a run on those leaders out front. And now we have a breakaway. There's contact in the back. 4th caution of the night. This one with Corey Stewart, Scott Sprim, Jamie Griffin, and Taylor.
Man, Jamie's been in the wrong spot at the wrong time all night. Hopefully he hasn't already used his fast repair.
No, let's see what we can dig up on this replay here. Oh, 84 gets into Prim. They're 3 wide. Just didn't look like he was able to hold the lane.
Fortunately, I think
Stewart.
Jamie got through without any damage.
Yeah, Jamie's there on the bottom in that 5 truck. I think he did. He got a 4X from the contact, and then fishtails it on and off the apron. Keeps it
He
straight,
might
though.
be able to get that repaired, I think.
Well, here's what I'm
Hopefully
worried
that-
about. I think he's already used his fast repair, Lee.
Yeah. Hopefully the damage is not too bad there. He can probably get that repaired under caution. Our numbers might be a little bit off tonight on the telecast. We've got a couple of paints that came in late, or we haven't quite got our paints straightened out. I think Thompson is in the 48 on screen, where he's actually number 20 on the ticker.
Yeah, we'll be keeping an eye on that. I think we might have just had even more contact here under caution between Griffin. Oh, they're just everybody trying to get caught up to get on pit road, and I don't know what you say about that, other than it's just unfortunate.
I just heard Jamie apologize to Stuart then, so.
Under our fourth caution of the night.
Kind of liking that truck of Thompson's there with the red and white stripes on the back of it. Very distinctive.
$25 laps in the books. That's a quarter of the way. We're going to take a quick commercial break and be right back here for the restart with the Collateral Damage Sports Network Truck Series. We're back. Little pit stop break here for the booth. 4 cautions so far. Coming to lap 26 here. We're going to be lining up for another restart. Still got, it looks to be about 35 drivers on the lead lap. Scott Prim going to be in the lucky dog position, the only driver 1 lap down, assuming he comes out of the pits here for this restart. Right now it's Doremus in the lead, Dinda in second, 2 GTCR Motorsports teammates. I'm doing a little camera test here. Had a number of drivers have to make serious repairs tonight. Looking at those pit stop patch up list. And Shelton with 7 minutes of repairs already done. And that can be hard to recover from here at Daytona. You have enough damage that you can't keep up with the pack. It just snowballs and makes it worse as you lose the draft and go continuously laps down. So hoping a lot of these drivers can get in the pits when they need to, make the repairs they need to get back and be competitive. Looks like Barris with minimal repairs. He's in the top 10. As they come out of turn 4 here on lap 26, we're going to be going back green for the KFB 250. And the green flag is out. 88. Great jump. We'll see if those teammates get hooked up right away. And they do. They leave Thompson alone on the bottom. Here comes Barrow and Melton on the outside. They've got Childs in tow. We haven't talked a ton about that 28 truck, but she has a lot of plate track wins here in the GEC Racing League. Not always a full-time driver is Childs, but when she's here, she makes it count. Oh, the 23 shoots to the bottom. That's Anderson through the middle. He's going to get in front of the 89 of Melton.
Yeah, that's a quick lane those top 4 or 5 trucks are on. If they can get organized there, they will pull away. Oh, there's some trucks there going below the yellow line back in the field.
Yeah, race control made it clear in the pre-race driving meeting they were not going to like any below the yellow line racing in qualifying or out on the track under green flag conditions.
They weren't gaining room, but they were definitely below the yellow line. It's one thing to go there when you're avoiding an incident. It's another thing to gain a position. The top is still lined up really well. You're seeing a little gap here now. 21 cars pulled away from the rest of the field. Dormus at the front. It's looking good. Followed by Dinder. Barrow and Childs.
Yeah, those teammates are making it work up front. While
Yep.
Barrow's just been up front all by himself all race long.
And I see Knox Thompson and Shrekky getting together there. Just as I say that, Thompson feels like he's getting pushed a little too much. Totally understand what he means. It's really hard. It's really hard to push if somebody's already pushing a truck and you get pushed again. It can automatically cause some really bad problems.
Yeah, you don't want to be the cheese in the sandwich. When that happens,
Nope.
you usually get turned sideways.
Yep. Especially when there's still a long way to go in the race.
We've seen that 19 truck be so fast.
Yeah, we see him lining up on the bottom line now. He
I mean,
got a good run.
We can watch this stat as he's gained 32, about to make it 34 to take the lead there on the bottom line. Ryan Elsie also up 23 spots in the top 10, and Anderson up 20 spots in the top 10. On board with Saraki. Running third. Trying to get around those GTCR teammates.
And controlling that line is sometimes what causes the stack-ups a little bit further back with these bigger fields. Lots of times it's okay in like, 15 to 20 vehicles, but when you've got 36 or more vehicles, it's pretty tough on the guys at the back.
Now, why don't we jump on board with Walt Sahadak, or make that Josh Ryder. They're both running side by side, or battling for 15th. Get a feel for this pack.
Up front, we still have Dormus and Dinda controlling the pack. Well, we're 30 laps into a 100-lap race. Do you want to pick your winner for tonight?
I mean, right now, it just seems like I think Dinda's been up there the whole time. Now he's got his teammate. I don't know how you're going to pick anybody else. I'm going to go with that 48.
Okay. Now I'm going to 48. Yeah, 48 Dinda. Okay. So I'm actually going to go for Thompson tonight. I see a little bit of maturity there with Knox Thompson. I know he's really strong. He looks like he's just biding his time a little bit tonight. So I'm going to go for him tonight.
Yeah, he is the, I think, the best running Ram truck in the race tonight. In 6th right now. Stephen Green, Kevin Keister, and Shelton, the other Ram drivers.
As winners all the way through this field that we know of, let alone the ones that will surprise us tonight. You've got Burrow, you've got Jamie, you've got Jessica, you've got Walt, and then numerous ones that I've forgotten as well, like Boyd and Prim. And
oh, that was a close call. Childs got a big push, not quite straight on her bumper. Keeps it straight, though.
On the apron. I think he's okay. He's still down there on the apron.
There he goes. I saw contact between Stewart, Jones, and Most.
Yeah, it checked up, and by the time it got back there to Colleton, there was 4 trucks trying to check up.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, they got into the back of the 50, and he smartly got that truck down out of the way. He's going to drift
and he did a
to
great
the back.
job.
He may have lost the draft as well, but that is certainly better than the worst case scenario there.
I see that Saraki and Thompson have both our trucks have a nose to tail right now.
There goes Saraki to the lead. He's going to lead this one, the 19 truck. I think he led that lap right before the 88 took it back.
He let Thompson get low, though. Uh-oh. Thomas and Dinda running well with Burrow here.
Yeah.
Intensity's just picked up a little bit here in the last lap or two.
For sure. I did want to mention that we do have a handful of drivers sharing their onboard cameras with us tonight. Brahm, Sahadak, Ryder, and Griffin. They love to help. We're going to jump on board with them a little later and ride along, but we've got Max Dinda, the leader / second place teammate, in there as well.
And it's great to see some new faces there, Dinda. It's great to see Cullerton in there as well, who's been with us for a while. much about Ryan Elsey tonight, and he's sitting in fourth. He's had a really good night so far.
Yeah, been a little quiet. Just on the move. Ooh, a little off-kilter push there from Thompson, but they keep it straight. Yeah, Elsey started back in 31st, has made his way into the top 5 now. Looks like Culleton is going to come to the pits here.
Oh, that 19's pushing pretty hard tonight.
Yeah. Oh, Elsey has to get out of line.
Yeah. Good job, Ryan. Really good job. He did a really good job then. As he said, he just came up on the radio to say, lucky he checked up. If he hadn't have checked up, then that 19 would have gone around.
And here comes Sahadak, up to 7th now. That's Culleton down on the apron, rejoining the field.
There's a bunch of guys coming to the pits here now. I hear a couple of them miking up.
It's about that time. Our math was saying that you could do about 21 laps on fuel. So we look at our estimated fuel gauge there with Walt. He is on empty.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of vehicles get to the bottom lane now. This is the lap.
Here they come. Wow, a lot of drivers gonna hit pit road all together. Too much for my CPU to handle as there is contact. Barrows around. Child's involved. Holy cow. I think every truck coming on the pit lane made some contact that time.
Most of them with Burrow.
We're still struggling to catch up on the physics here.
I was about to say, sometimes it's hard when this many trucks come in. And I liked that Walt went around for another lap, Walt and Ryan.
Yeah, apologies for the coverage here. iRacing is giving us more than we can handle, I guess.
Oh, and we've got a truck into the wall. I'm not sure exactly who it is. I think it's Weems. I hope not, but... Oh, maybe it was White.
Oh, we've got more cars or trucks around on pit lane. That's a 92.
I think it was White that went into the wall, but it was only a single car accident, so iRacing didn't throw a yellow.
Looks like we've reconnected. Weems is the leader. Weibel in second.
Sorry for the Weems fans. I was looking at the wrong data. It was White that was getting into the wall, not Weems. Probably gave you guys a heart attack.
Now Weems is on pit road, but he's mostly all alone. Childs is there. I think she's coming back down for additional repairs, perhaps. So he's going to be looking for a drafting partner when he comes back out on track. But right now, it's still Weibel. Ahead of most, Stephen Green, Coleman Chapman. There in that front group. Here comes Weibel to pit road. Oh, and the 22 gets sideways. Saves it, but brings out a caution. There's trucks coming. Whoa. All right. So, after that wild pit cycle, here we are. Good Lord.
Yeah, that was crazy. I could barely keep up with it. I did hear Jamie get a black clear for he got pushed down into pit road at one stage. That was most that went around right before pit entrance. I think he locked him up on pit entrance, getting down into the pits, and then scooted back up into the lane. Oh, sorry, the racing onto the track.
And after all that, it looks like Coleman Chapman is the leader.
But that was so crazy, even your machine couldn't keep up.
Yeah, that was just so much contact. We're getting the full pressure load here tonight with this 40 car field and all that contact in going down pit road. It was Chapman and Taylor, then Michael Boyd, Cody Rittenauer, Marshall Taylor in fifth. I mean, and right now it looks like everyone has pitted it with the exception of Eric White. He's on pit road right now with a meatball flag.
Yeah, Eric was coming down onto the pits and did the same thing, just over broke and got up into the outside wall. So locked him up coming into the pits. It's a shame.
So Robert Weibel going to stay out. He came down pit road right before that caution came out. I think he's the leader. And then in front of him is going to be Barrow and... is that Culleton? They're going to be getting the wave around. I'm trying to look. It looks like this will get Culleton back on the lead lap and Barrow to one lap down.
So does that put our leader as Weibel?
It is, yeah. Robert Weibel, the 53, is the leader. Klaus Brahm, Ryan Elzey, Ty Weems, and Josh Eller will be the top five. Take a quick look. Here's your top 10 right now. It's Weibel and Brahm, then Elzey, Weems, Eller, Saraki, Anderson, Barris, John Boy Hughes, and Griffin.
Once again, somebody we haven't talked about a lot tonight is Josh Eller. Love the look of that truck with the gold wheels, but he's having a good night here.
Yes, just been quiet.
Yeah. Georgia Line Racing.
We talked a little bit earlier tonight about our new GEC League sponsor, 42 Designs. You're ready to turn heads on the virtual track, whether you're chasing wins or just want to look good doing it. 42 Designs by Cody Anderson delivers custom iRacing paint schemes that blend sleek minimalism with bold personality. Rep your team, showcase your sponsors, and have a fresh look. 42 Designs brings your vision to life lap after lap. Find Cody's work on trading paints at Cody Anderson. Want something custom? Reach out through your league or Discord and let Cody work his magic. Your car deserves more than the default. Make it unforgettable with 42 Designs. And again, that is new GEC member Cody Anderson and 42 Designs joining us this season.
And anyone that's done their own paint jobs knows how frustrating it can be, and how different an experience it is when you have a professional do it. So reach out to Cody. Are they coming to the flag this time?
They
lights
are.
are off on the pace car truck.
Pace truck is on pit road. We're going to take the green flag for the 6th time tonight. Here with 46 laps in the books is Robert Weibel and Klaus Brahm on the front row.
Little messy this start here. Wasn't exactly tight.
Yeah, I think the way that caution fell, it gave a couple drivers that haven't been near the front a chance to get up there. Maybe just out of practice. With a restart at the front, Weibel's going to slide up in front of Brahm. Oh, and then go back to the bottom. Brahm now on the nose of Weems. Ron in the outside. Weems going to look high on him. Brahm to the bottom in front of Weibel.
Nice move by Brahm there to still keep that position.
And Jamie Griffin now lurking just a few trucks back in the middle.
Ween goes high a little bit, and Shiraki takes the lead by diving low. Oh, 3 wide.
We're riding along with Brahm. The second truck there on the bottom. Oh, and there's an accident just outside. Again, we are struggling tonight when they make contact.
Unfortunately, that was Weems that time. Weems, Hughes, Hayes, Jones, Taylor, all mixed up in that incident.
We'll see if we can go back and catch a replay, but I have a feeling it's going to be just as choppy as it was the first time. Yeah.
Oh, and Jessica caught it at the end.
One too many apps running tonight. So that leaves the 19 of Saraki out front. And Dindo right behind him. Looks like Hughes going to get the EOL there on that caution. Let's see if we have any takers for pit road here. There they come. About 9th on back. Chris Melton going to lead the way. Ryder coming with him, then Knox Thompson. Everybody coming this time. Back, again, from about 9th on back there on pit road.
Yeah, there's a lot of cars that stayed out that time.
Saraki, your leader. Looking through the field, the 88 has led the most laps with 19. Dindo with 11. And Barrow with 7. Saraki's only led 3, but he's out there right now racking them up.
Yep, these are the easiest laps he'll lead tonight.
Crowd favorite Ty Weems back in 15th.
Yeah, he got caught up in that one. I think Burrow is the lucky dog on this one. Burrow and Childs are both a lap down. Man, I missed what happened to Prim. Prim must have taken an early, got some damage early and taken his fast repair because he's now 5 laps down, 7 laps down.
Yeah, it looks like he was involved in a wreck on lap 8, lap 23, and lap 41.
That'll do it.
So Nathan Anderson taking an EOL right now. Christopher Brown just picked up a black flag. He's on
There's
pit
plenty of
road.
action going on.
Yeah, there's a lot happening. I think Brown might have been speeding. We'll see if it is Barrow or Childs going to get the lucky dog this time. Now, if they both had contact, though, they're not going to be eligible.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look like anybody is.
Yeah,
You know what?
see,
It might have been Sahadak or the 29. They're both catching up to the field now. We might have just missed them going around the pace car.
Oh, right. Okay, got it. I know a couple of the guys are miking up to try and get this field compressed because they've been a little lazy and haven't compressed the field very early. It's always really important to try and compress the field and not just fade away under caution. And of course, the guys that are further towards the back, it's more important for them to have the field compressed because otherwise they end up possibly losing touch with the draft. Starting to see everyone compress up there now. Pace truck's off. In the starting zone. And they're off.
Yeah, green flag out again. Saraki going to lead them from the inside. Dinda on the outside.
Been really impressed with Dinda tonight.
Yeah, we were talking pre-race, wondering who's going to be that standout new driver. Not necessarily a rookie, but a rookie to GEC anyway. Have we found him already? Saraki holding on with no help there on the bottom. Waiting for Brahm to come give him a push, but Brahm's actually going to jump in line there on the outside. .14 truck coming on strong there on the bottom.
Oof.
John Boy Hughes.
Close. Yeah.
And those are two Georgia Line Racing teammates. Oh, and we've got another caution. Oh, the 14 going over.
Truck went over.
Go back and take a look at that one. Ryder's off track as well.
I think the 14 is Stephen Green.
I'm looking. I know he was upside down on screen, but he's not showing up in the list of wrecks. That can't be right. Let's try this. Oh, he goes just over the nose of the 32. They both get some pretty bad contact.
Yeah, so that 32 is Ryder.
Yeah, and I mean, those guys were just side drafting pretty aggressively for that, part of the track. Up and over goes the 14. And then big contact for that driver right there that comes into right underneath the 14. Wow, Childs just misses that one. I think we're going to need to go back and watch it from her view. She had a front row seat for a lot of that. Find the right view here. We'll just go right into the onboard with her. You can see the truck sideways. And then right here, you got to make the decision going left or right. She goes right, and so does the 14. Just squeezing by.
Oh my gosh.
Jamie and Walt doing the same behind her. Whew. And with that, we're going to see pretty much the entire field head down pit lane. Childs picking up a black flag here. I'm seeing the 50 of Culleton and the 5 of Griffin stayed out right there, so they could take another wave around. Either take a wave around or go to the front, perhaps. They both pitted 5 laps ago. I think they're in the lead, Lee.
Yeah, I was just looking at who got the lucky dog on that. Not sure if it was Jess or whether it was Burrow.
So Childs picked up a black flag, I assume getting on pit road. That's put her a lap down. Scott Prim is the lucky dog this time around. And wow, I mean, that tells you, so Childs, Barrow, McDuffie, all multiple laps down ahead of Prim. Prim is 6 laps down, but must have been the first truck not involved in that accident, making him eligible for the lucky dog this time.
Yeah, wow. Oh, wow.
55 laps in the books. We're past halfway here in the Kyle Busch 250 to kick off Season 9 of the Collateral Damage Sports Network Truck Series here with the GEC Racing League. We've got a multi-time GEC champion just threw down some pit strategy after being involved in multiple cautions in this race. Jamie Griffin up to second, but ahead of him, another GEC veteran, David Culleton, also involved in a couple wrecks. Earlier, we saw him get pushed out of line, go down to the apron, and then lose the pack. I think he was 2 laps down at one point. Both of these drivers playing it smart, not letting the early troubles, get them down, and here they are leading this race with 45 laps to go.
Lights off, and it looks like our truck will be in this lap.
There's your top 10 for this restart. A lot of familiar names. Like we said, Culleton and Griffin jumping to the lead here by staying out on a slightly different pit strategy.
A couple that we haven't mentioned tonight, like Barros in fourth, and who else was in there? I think it was John Boy was in there as well. We haven't talked about those guys very much, but they've moved their way to the front.
And why don't we go on board here with driver of the 17, Barris, for this restart.
Okay. Pace truck's in.
Green flag is out.
Man, there's a great jump on the outside lane.
Oh, Barris moves up to the high line. Heard someone getting in the wall behind him. Now they're single file here in the top 5.
Oh, they've checked up. Oh, they've gone around in turn 3. I think it's about 6 cars that have gone around. Somebody went headfirst into the wall. Meatball flag for Chapman, of course. Elsie, McDuffie, Dinder. I think Dinder was in it.
Looks like Saraki. No, he's up in 3rd. Again, let's see what we can. I think it's just going to be choppy if I try to go back and look at it. But Barrow, Brown, and Sahadak involved. Well, the carnage is choppy, but we should be able to see how this thing started. One driver all the way up in the fence. Oh, it's the 07, the 82 getting together there on the bottom. And that sends the 82 straight up into the 9. And that's how this caution got started here on lap 57. Looks like Barrow might have avoided the worst of it by skirting onto the apron there. Sahadak as well. Oh, was that the 88 in there too, Lee?
Yeah, it was.
He's led more laps than anyone tonight.
Yeah.
That is unfortunate for Doremus. And two drivers that I know are feeling great about their pit strategy are Culleton and Griffin. Not only are they up there leading, but they are missing out on the carnage at the back of the field that has been plaguing them all race long. And did Griffin just dive down pit road?
Yeah, Jamie just jumped to the pits. Culleton's still out there right behind the safety car, but Jamie dived to the pits.
I think this is starting to be a fuel mileage race, Lee. We have 42 laps to go. Remember, we're somewhere close to 21 laps per tank. So Griffin can make it on one more stop. Culleton cannot. And then the driver that I'm most surprised by is Saraki. My data is showing he's been out there for 20 laps, Lee, which means he's only got a lap or two left in the tank.
Yeah. And I think I see Burrow going around now as the lucky dog. So Finally, he gets his lap back.
That will put him on the lead lap. Take a quick look. Was wondering if we had any international drivers in the race tonight. I think it's just going to be Klaus Brahm representing Brazil. And one driver unaffiliated. That's a new one. Never seen that.
No country.
I do know that what was it, like a year or two ago, iRacing made your country selectable, not hard-coded to your IP address. Maybe you just never went in and picked one.
Yeah.
Yeah, up front. Culleton and Dinda on the front row for this next restart. And again, I think the fuel mileage is going to be in play. Drivers able to make it on one stop if they pitted just now. That is Griffin on back in the field. Which is all the way back to 20th. So the top 20, top half of the field, going to need another caution at least, which, based on how the race has gone so far, I think that's a safe bet.
Yeah.
So we'll see whose strategy plays off the most here. Coming around one more lap here under caution before we get going again. Want to thank everybody for watching on YouTube and being so active in the chat tonight. I mean, it's been dominated by the fan base for Ty Weems, it seems like. Also, some folks cheering for Anderson. We saw a couple Cup drivers in there cheering on their team as well. Let us know who you're pulling for, obviously, but let us know who you think is going to win this thing if that's different.
And of course, the Cup race is this Thursday.
That's right. So if you're enjoying what you're seeing here tonight, our Truck Series races on Tuesdays and our Cup Series races on Thursdays pretty much every week here for the next 15 weeks. We run a 10-race regular season and then a 5-race playoff/chase. Cup schedule, pretty exciting. A lot of big tracks coming up. Finishing the season in Martinsville is going to be wild, especially with a road course and Indy just before them in the playoffs. But for now, we're here with the GEC Collateral Damage Sports Network Truck Series. We got 40 laps remaining. It's David Culleton out front, one of the most tenured drivers here in the league. I know he loves these drafting tracks. We'll see what he can do. Can he hold on to the lead ahead of Barris, Saraki, and Dinda? Big push from the 17, but Saraki giving an equally good push there to Dinda on the bottom. A lot of separation, about 10th on back.
I think we're about to see some pushing through the corner here by Saraki. Yep.
I'm looking at some of this fast repair data. There's only 12 drivers in the field that have not had to use that fast repair. And this is the point of the race where I think that makes the biggest difference, Lee. If I've already used my fast repair, I know I have to play it safe. I can't afford to be caught up in a big one. But if I've got one in the bank, I think now's the time that enables me to be really aggressive.
I see Melton back there as well. We haven't talked about him too much tonight either, in the 89.
Yeah, he's now up to third. A lot of movement here. It just seemed like the outside lane could not get going.
Got Hughes in there as well, behind Melton. Some new faces are pushing their way to the front here now.
Little 3-wide battle here. Weibel going to the outside. Eller stuck in the middle. A little bit of contact there sends the 23 of Nathan Anderson below the yellow line. He makes it back up. Still a couple trucks stuck in the middle, though. Ryder trying to rebound from that contact.
Oh, we've got one around. That could be Thompson. I think it is Thompson.
There he is coming through the grass. Let's take a look at what happened. Oh, they're 4 wide. And Brahm gets pushed up. Just a lot of pushing and shoving. Gets Thompson up into the wall. Don't think he hit anybody else, though.
Yeah, I only think it was Thompson.
Take another look from the chopper this time. Yeah, they're 4 wide.
Yeah.
I mean, Thompson's already in the wall, just trying to give everybody room, and the 22 and the 41 start door banging.
Wrong place, wrong time. He was making the right move around the top. It just happened to be they were 4 wide at that particular time.
All right, now 37 to go. I think if you're Culleton, Saraki, you got to come down pit road here, get back on schedule with everyone else. As Thompson doing a little practice for his 24 hours of Daytona next spring. Yeah, Saraki has not been to pit road in a while if the data is to be trusted here. I think this caution came just when he needed it. And there he comes down pit road. He's going to bring pretty much the whole field with him.
Yeah, really.
And this might be that front half of the field that was a few laps short going to come down, and we should see, if I remember right, it was Griffin leading that group of folks that had already pitted. Actually looks like John Boy Hughes is going to be there. So not everyone in that group did pit, Lee. Griffin up to 8th. He's the first truck that pitted 6 laps ago. Then everyone in front of him pitted either 10 or 15 laps ago.
Jessica got the lucky dog here this time. When was Culleton last in the pits?
15 laps ago is what I'm seeing. So I mean, he's taking a gamble to stay up front and stay out of these cautions, but it is going to catch up with him here in about 10 laps.
I see Burrows stayed out as well.
We've been talking about it all night. The veterans at the front. Joe Barrow, 144 starts, I believe, with GEC. Jamie Griffin, 129 starts. David Culleton with 96. A lot of wins and championships on top of those starts for these drivers. But I think the surprise of the night has been Dinda.
Yeah, the 19 as well. He's driven well tonight.
Right now, though, is John Boy Hughes out front for Georgia Line Racing. Culleton there with him for JWR Motorsports. Josh Eller, a GLR teammate for John Boy, in 5th place. See if those two can get hooked up and work together.
Race control calling out the gaps right now, asking them to tighten it up.
Yeah, there are some pretty big gaps out there right now.
Yeah.
Got Wyville running 4th. Wyville not new to GEC this season. He's raced with us for a while. But a new team, 5th Gear Racing, coming in for Season 9 with Jones and Prim. Riders rebounded well, up to 6th, driving for H&R Racing this season. Graham Crackers Racing. I think they've been maybe in and out of the league the last season or two, trying to get a team formed up. We've got Most and Keister here for the Truck Series. I think they've got Marino Jr. racing in the Cup Series. I've seen a lot out of the Dirty South drivers tonight, but right now Michael Boyd, their best position driver, in 15th.
We see the pace truck off.
Oh, the 9 goes around, as does the 88. No caution yet.
Caution.
I see a black flag for the 88. I think that's because he went down pit road as part of that spin. Race control should take care of that. See if we can take a look at what happened here on the restart. Just a big checkup here in front of them. And when you're that far back, it's just too hard to see everyone checking up 2, 3, and 4 trucks in front of you. And you're getting on the gas, you're shifting, you're trying to get up to speed. I don't know if I could blame anybody there on that one myself.
Gaps look pretty big there. You know, these guys aren't tight enough right now. What happens with the gaps is all of a sudden the closing distance gets compressed, and then 3 trucks back, they don't have anywhere to go.
Yeah, it looks like the 9 is going to get the EOL for that one.
Who gets our lucky dog this time? Oh, Stephen Green by the looks of things. Be Stephen or Hayes? We talk about how big the field is here tonight. It's interesting to see a couple of the Cup guys that are down here, spending the season down here, Burrow and Thompson. We'll miss those guys in the Cup Series. They're always good to race around. I know I'll miss racing with Burrow in the Cup, but we've also got some new additions to the Cup Series. Our champion from last year, and pretty much most of his team that he had last year as well, which was an exceptionally strong team. So yeah, we look forward to racing with those guys up in the Cup Series on Thursday.
Yeah, Bryce Borer with 7 wins in the Truck Series last season. Ryan Moutre with 4. Then Osborne. Jamie finishing 3rd in the points with 1 win. But I believe it is Borer, Moutre, and Osborne that all moved up as a team ALR. Looking forward to racing with those folks.
Yeah, such a dominant team last year in the trucks. Who's going to be that dominant team this year, I wonder?
We've seen a little bit of everyone up at the front in terms of teams. Right now it's Georgia Line racing up front, but GTCR has been up there all race long. JWR, fifth gear. I mean, it's just kind of everybody's been trading back and forth. We've talked about the Stitley Motorsports guys of Griffin and Sahadak. Were running up front, then caught up in multiple wrecks, now back in the top 10. And they are going to be bumper to bumper here. We'll see if they can get a run, maybe work together. Yeah, it was Stephen Green picking up the lucky dog. That was the truck that was doing about a 1080 Tony Hawk style down the down the track not too long ago. Let's see if we can count it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 6 drivers with their fast repairs still in their pocket now.
Another driver we haven't talked about too much tonight, who's a new addition to the series, and that's Kenny Most. Kenny Most in the 22. He's 8th at the moment, so he's forcing his way to the front. Yeah,
started back in 19th, worked his way up into the top 10 now. It just seems, I don't think there's a truck in the field that hasn't been involved in some sort of accident and rebounded now at this point of the race. Still 32 cars on the lead lap. And this is giving me great expectations for the rest of the season. Next week we're going to be at the Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta. Then headed to Vegas. Iowa and Kansas is our first 5 races of the season. We're going to take a week off for the 4th of July and come back for Michigan, Sonoma, Chicagoland, Phoenix, and Dover to wrap up the regular season. We're going to head to the classic Charlotte Motor Speedway to kick off the playoffs before heading to Talladega, Watkins Glen, The Rock, and Bristol. A brutal 5-race playoff. I'm going to be really excited for that. I feel like the short tracks like Bristol and Rockingham to me is a short track because you race so hard and it wears the tires. And, when those races are earlier in the season and the car counts are up like here tonight, these can be really dangerous. But towards the end of the season where the championship's on the line, I think we're going to see some really good racing.
Yeah, that's a great setup. That's a great series. They're all those tracks that they mentioned, especially up front, are really interesting. But you're right; those tighter tracks are going to be pretty crazy.
And
to have them all in the playoffs.
There's also a few spots in that schedule for some special events coming up in Season 9. We'll have more to share on that later as the details get worked out. We ran our Daytona 500 style race not too long ago, and that was a blast. But we're back under green. 30 laps to go. That means everybody's got to stop at least once.
Great stop by Hughes, and Barros jumped down to that bottom lane.
They were 3 wide for a moment and got back to 2 wide pretty quick. Who is that on the out? Is that Stewart leading that outside line?
I'm not sure.
The 84. Corey Stewart. Trying to get some help.
Yeah, Stewart's got Kenny behind him.
And here comes Wyval on the outside of Culleton. Weems is off track. Not sure what happened there.
He's still down on the apron there.
Yeah, now the field is kind of separated out. There must have been a incident of some sort there. Got more contact, and the caution is out again.
The 84 goes up and over. The 19 down on the apron. And we see Sahidak going around as well.
All right, we're going to have to take a step back here.
There might have been 2 incidences going on then.
Prim picking up a meatball. All right, let's start with Weems. Right there, he got down on the apron and got loose with maybe a little help from behind. Gets back on the apron, saves it, no problem. Rejoins. He's got a couple trucks there behind him. And then we'll see, where is this next accident? Is it in the front group? Oh, it is right there.
Yeah, it's in that front group as they come out at 2, I think.
And then you called it a second group as everyone tries to avoid that one. They're all going to wreck too.
Somebody blew over.
Say it was the 84. Right here at the end of the backstretch, and the 84 is going to pick up the EOL. Yeah, he just comes up and then goes up and over. What a ride for Stewart. Oh, wow. Prim comes in really out of control, picks up a little bit more damage. And yeah, I'm not sure I've ever thought that the backstretch at Daytona wasn't wide enough, but that time they were using every lane you could find.
Oh my gosh. Wow, there was a lot of vehicles in those incidents.
Yeah, so Stewart comes up. Then it gets wild. Sahadak gets taken out as drivers are swerving to go around. Saraki.
It's going to keep race control a little busy.
Yeah. And then further back in the field, it looks like Hayes gets some contact from behind as he's trying to check up. Then the 88 with contact from behind. That was Prim. Yeah, that one was a mess. I thought maybe we could get a better shot there. Not to be, with that camera anyway.
I'm sure Dusty in race control and along with Simmons are down there going back through the footage and trying to sort this one out. Because I'm not sure who actually brought out the yellow flag.
I think the 84 has already gotten an EOL.
Oh, yes. Okay. There you go.
Christopher Brown going to be the lucky dog. And Thompson got through there pretty clean.
That's good because I think he probably used his fast repair earlier.
Just trying to find a view where we can kind of see the whole thing. Yeah, I mean, everybody was so close together, 3 wide. Looks like Jamie might have snuck out of there without much contact. All right, now it's 26 laps to go. You might be able to make it on fuel from here. If you catch a caution here or there. A green-white checker is not going to help. We do have one green-white checker to use if we need it. Again, the setup for tonight's race, 4 additional tire sets. Tire's not a huge deal here at Daytona, especially with all the cautions we've seen. Drivers started with 1 fast repair. and only 5 drivers have not had to use it. And with the fuel at 65%, you're kind of expecting that fuel run to be 21 green flag laps, maybe 24, 25 with these cautions that we've been seeing. And we have 1 green, white checker.
So with 25 to go, it's going to ramp up here. I don't see this settling down for a little bit.
No, I mean, the pressure is only going to get amped up as drivers try to get that first win of the season. Again, it was Sahadak getting it last year. His first win in GEC. Big fan favorite win.
Such a popular win.
This time it's going to be John Boy Hughes and the 17 of Barris on the front row. Culleton still hanging on in the top 5. Wow, what a move by the 17 to get down in front of the 69. I mean, that might be his only choice here to cut those teammates up. And then he gives it right back to him. Really aggressive moves here by the 17 to try and get into the lead, but he doesn't have much help behind him. Here comes Weibel.
Oh, he's got help now.
All the lanes compressed back together, and they are pushing hard. Ooh, Weibel gets a little squirrely off the nose of Ryder, and what a save! Oh, just as I said it. And this could be the biggest wreck of the night, as everyone was full speed coming out of turn 4. They're still getting turned around. Oh boy. Let's see where that one started. Oh yeah, it was Ryder and Weibel up there near the front. See if we can get a little bit closer here. Actually, back it up to that first contact. The Weibel slips up a lane. Ryder, just kind of staying in the gas. They get off kilter, not clear. And then Weibel slides up. I mean, he's drifting through turn 4. Saves it, and then I'm not sure what happens here. Maybe Ryder got a push from behind, or just the air coming off of these trucks. He gets up into the 53. That sends Ryder into the wall. Brahm with nowhere to go. Saraki nowhere to go. Big damage for both of those drivers. And everybody's just going around trying to avoid this one. Oh, and then at the end, the 12 trying to come through. Weibel gets T-boned. Griffin involved.
Wow. Unless you were ahead of this wreck, you were in this wreck. It's just crazy.
And that was pretty close to the front, too, so it wasn't like it was an easy one to avoid. I think we're going to see...
on pit road.
It's going to be just about everyone.
Yep.
I didn't see if Culleton was involved in that one or not. I know he was up there near that group. But yeah, I think the top 4 stayed out. That's going to be John Boy Hughes, Josh Eller, 2 Georgia Line Racing teammates, then Most and Keister, 2 Graham Cracker Racing teammates. So this isn't over yet. We've got two pairs of teammates at the front that avoided this wreck. Everybody else coming down pit road to at least top off on fuel. Again, we're right at the edge of a fuel window if it were to stay green. still only a handful of fast repairs left in the bank through the entire field.
Yeah, the 19 stayed out. I see a fair bit of damage on him, but I don't know. She doesn't look like she's tracking very well.
Stephen Hayes going to pick up the lucky dog, number 82. And that should put 31 cars still on the lead lap. Although we have a lot of drivers still on pit road right now, including the 88, the 5, and the 14. Ryder is going to get the EOL for that one. I'm sitting here on pit road. Is that Alex Bowman on that pit sign? I think it is. I'm not sure what could possess someone to do that, but...
Put a photo of them on their own pit board, maybe. We've seen a couple of guys do that. I believe you'd be one of them.
So Brom coming down pit road. Get a little more work done. We've got a handful of drivers coming down. Ty Weems, one of them. You know, he seems to be the crowd favorite tonight in the chat.
He does. I want to give a shout out to Kenny. Kenny's in the 22. Is fourth at the moment. That's a great effort. I know Kenny, like yourself, races in VR.
Yeah, I think once you do it, it's hard to switch back, but it can get a little sweaty in there sometimes.
Yeah, especially these longer races.
We've had so much to talk about tonight, Lee. We didn't have a chance to ask what you did for the holiday weekend, and what'd you get into?
Well, I had the family over and hung out the whole time. Both my got one kid in college and one that works now, so that was great. But also prepped for Le Mans with a couple of guys that are out in this field right now, with Burrow and with Jamie Griffin and a few other people. That we have a team that will be racing in Le Mans 24 hours here, not this coming weekend, but the following weekend. So that's about it. How about you, man?
All right. Well, I have a big a party that started as a bachelor party 5 years ago for my cousin-in-law, and we've been doing it every year since. Pretty much just a three-day hangout with the boys and get out the Xboxes and do some old school Halo and Mario Kart and all that stuff and do a lot of cooking. So it was a blast.
Wow, that sounds like a blast.
And we are green one more time here tonight with 22 laps to go. It's John Boy Hughes and Josh Eller out front. Two teammates trying to get connected and hold off the Graham Cracker Racing teammates of Most and Keister. And then behind him, we've got Melton making his way into it, and Max Dinda, the driver that's been in this top five, if not leading most of the night. He had his teammate up there as well in the 88. He's been caught up in a couple wrecks. Might take some luck to get back up there to help him out. Now Eller to the lead, and he has found that GLR teammate of John Boy Hughes. Ooh. Who was that? Truck on the outside got real tight. Almost into the wall, but saved it. That's kind of slowed up the outside lane. Now the inside lane pulling ahead 5 or 6 trucks single file. Now Melton to the outside. Going to bring Dindo with him.
There's a gap developing to the second pack here.
Now Most has lost his teammate here in the shuffle. Keister now a few positions back, but don't look now. Last year's winner, Walt Sahadak, up to 6th. Trying to find his way to the front. And it looks like the inside lane is just 100 trucks long, and the outside just has 4 trucks. But they are making it work right now.
Yeah, they're lined up nicely on the outside there right now.
Oh, contact! Door bang, we've got a car in the wall. A truck, that is.
They stay together.
And we're going to stay green. We've seen that a couple times tonight, but every other time they've ended up wrecking about a half lap later. And there it is. On cue.
Yeah.
And, I mean, every wreck tonight has been the big one. I mean, all right, you ready for this? Involved in this wreck: Keister, Barris, Melton, Elsie, Green, Dillon, DeRemus, Taylor, Jones, Boyd, Brown, Culleton, Chapman, Griffin, Woods, Wyville, and Ryder.
Holy smokes.
I think that may have actually been the biggest one of the night. With 18 laps to go, you're going to be safe on fuel. I think you got to pit here whether you've got damage or not. It is GLR teammates. Josh Eller and John Boy Hughes out front. But let's go back. Take a look at that one. Gosh, that was a lot going on. So we were just talking about how they had done some door banging here at the front and then managed to keep it straight. And oh, it just looked like that truck in the middle just came up into the outside is what it looked like to me, Lee.
Yeah.
And this, some of the other wrecks were light contact. This is full contact. A lot of heavy damage to those trucks. I mean, like I said, I read you the list. It's basically everybody that wasn't in the top 5 just got caught up in that one, which has kind of been the case for these last few cautions.
Yeah, a lot of takers on pit road right now.
The question's going to be who's going to stay out and take a gamble on this, and it looks like Dinda Thompson, and Sahadak. Because I think they all pitted just, 7 laps ago. They're going to be right on it without a green-white checker to make it to the end. And that might be, a strategy that can win you this race, especially if you were further back in the pack without being able to make up ground. Take a look. So Dinda started on the pole, has made his way back to it here on what could be the final run. Sahadak's up 12 positions. The 12 of Zane Woods, driving for Aces and Eights Motorsports, has just appeared in 6th, up 28 positions.
Holy smokes.
And I think if you had checked in the Discord earlier, Zane was live streaming his race for everyone to follow along. So he might have some great footage to go back and look at. And there's David Culleton in 7th. I don't know how he does it, but he makes his way up to the front here over and over and over. Joe Barrow's in there too, but he's a couple laps down.
Well, I couldn't work it out. Burrow had made a comment in the on the YouTube channel, and then I'm like, is he still in the race?
He is still in the race. He's 9 laps down at the moment. But there are a couple drivers ahead of him that are out of the race, so he does have positions to gain. We've also got a couple black flags sitting out there for Saraki, Keister, and Shelton. And I think some of that wreck might have gone down pit road, but either way, a couple drivers here either asking for race control to take care of it, or they need to swing down pit road and clear that black flag.
I see Caswell's in our chat as well at the moment. GTCR. Got it. He could be right tonight.
Yeah, so now it's shaking up again. Now instead of having the Georgia Line Racing teammates up front, it's going to be GTCR teammates.
Yep.
We got more teams than we can fit on screen here this season. We'll have to do some font adjustments. But it is the two GTCR teammates. Like I said, I think they have two more. We just haven't gotten all the rosters figured out here in Season 9 just yet. And Sahadak sitting in third.
Yeah, that's a really tough midfield to be coming through this midfield with this stacked this much.
I mean, we've got a lot of options here. We can see a first-time winner there by Dinda. Back-to-back Daytona wins for Sahadak. And now the 88 has also made his way back up into this. I mean, again, just all of these drivers have been involved in heavy contact multiple times, and they are right here in the running when it comes down to it.
Looks like Thompson's wanting to jump down. Yeah.
A couple cars picking up black flags there. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, they've been waved off, a couple of those. I think the busiest man tonight has been race control. Dusty.
Yeah, he's certainly putting in the work tonight. And again, I mean, you see a few cars at the back off pace, but pretty much everybody in this front pack, the good part of 28 cars or so, are without damage at race pace and still in this thing with 15 to go.
Whew.
I can't tell if that was a voluntary move or if he got pushed down there.
I think it was voluntary. Man, he cut his nose off. It's pretty close.
I mean, this is getting wild. So Sahadak now leading the bottom lane. He's got Culleton and then the GLR teammates behind him. Little bit of contact.
Yeah.
Oh, like, even more contact as the 84 comes down. Fills that hole. Then jumps back up to the outside ahead of Thompson. We've got a couple cars going around. There goes Barrow.
Yep.
I don't think that's going to be enough for a caution. He's off the racing line, just one truck. The intensity just ramping up here.
See Jessica fourth in line on the outside. Oh, another truck around.
Oh, Ryder and Saraki still on the apron, though. There's the caution on lap 88. And now more drivers picking up damage. Let's see what we can catch on the replays. So the first one was about a half lap before. Ryder and Barrow. Oh, and that started in front of them. Big checkup. See what we can see here. I think it was Hayes. Just not sure where it started. That whole inside lane is just bumper to bumper to bumper. You can see Griffin checks up a little bit. He gets loose. Then Hayes. Then the 9. And then Ryder is that truck that can't see what's going on. Has no idea he needs to lift. Gets into the back of Barrow. We'll see if he saves this. Almost. I mean, I'll count that as a win. Then the next one starts off with Ryder and Saraki. See what's that? It looks like Ryder was in the middle and maybe didn't realize it until it was too late, and he had to get down to the middle lane, got a little loose and into the 19. But there's more contact coming. Oh, it's Saraki goes back up in front of the field. Oh, is that Melton and the 97 both picking up heavy contact? And Wyvil. Now Keister has a meatball. Keister is the 97. And again, a lot of drivers hitting pit road. But up front, a lot of familiar faces. Dinda and Thompson. Doremus and Sahadak. Childs and Culleton, Woods and Eller, and Hughes and Taylor. So a couple pairs of teammates in here. You've got the GTCR guys. You've got, I mean, like, I know
safest place is out front.
Yeah. Now down to just 4 fast repairs that have not been used. One of them, our pole setter, Max Dinda. 23 laps led for Max tonight.
Now, who's Knox Thompson racing for this season?
Let's see. I've got him listed under Nitro, but I think that's last season.
Right.
I believe he's racing with Katan. We'll have to get him to tell us exactly how they want to pronounce that one. Teammates with Shelton is Thompson.
They bring that up so we can keep an eye on where Shelton is and where Thompson is, because you know once those guys get together, they could push into the front.
Well, right now, I think Shelton is pretty far back and maybe a few laps down. Yeah, Shelton is 7 laps down, but you know, if that truck is still, it's the 08 of Shelton. But hey, a lap down teammate is one that has no selfish motivation to not push you to the win.
True, but I think trucks that are further down are not going to get up near this front pack here tonight. I think, what do we got? 10 laps left, is that correct?
Yeah, it's going to be 10 to go at the line when they take the green flag.
So it's going to be pretty busy there. You know, from about 10th on back, people are going to be pushing exceptionally hard to try and get to the front.
Will this be the final restart? I don't know. All data points to probably not.
Probably not.
I think the drivers that stayed out on fuel to get up to the front have gotten enough cautions to make it now. That's the top 7. Everybody behind them can definitely make it here on fuel. Even if we get that green-white checker.
See, Thompson has Sahadak behind him, with Culleton behind Sahadak on the outside. Jessica is behind the 2 on the inside.
Yeah, Jess not with a great start. Leaves a bit of a gap there. We'll see if Sahadak jumps down there.
Yeah, Dormus and Dinda got away there.
Now watch this. We've got the 69 looking for his teammate, the 14.
I don't know about you, but I always hate being this far out front at this place.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got a teammate, I'm not as worried about it, but I'm a little surprised that more drivers haven't shot the gap like Thompson just did to take the lead. Again, Dinda and Doremus, teammates that need to find each other in line. Right now, all the teammates kind of zigzagged through the field. They have not been able to find each other.
Yeah, they look like a blind man looking for their glasses. I hear a lot of cries of push, push on the radio right now. Looks like the bottom line is in good shape here right now.
Oh, man, Thompson looks tight there on the bottom. Dinda is not giving him any room. Side drafting hard, which you have to. We got the 44 of Weems around. No caution, though.
No caution yet.
Now Weems gets sideways. I think that's going to bring it out. See what happened. We saw a bunch of drivers kind of trading lanes there right in the middle. Oh, that happened so fast I didn't even see it. Even in slow-mo. Weems and just gets together with, I think that's Hayes in the 82. Has to check up, and then he gets run over. That's a hard one to explain. And the laps continuing to count down as Dinda was in the lead.
The safest place.
We say that, but I feel like Brad Kozlowski and Joey Logano have managed to wreck out of the lead together as teammates even more than once. Dinda giving a bump draft there to the pace truck. Seven to go. Should be 5 to go when they take the green flag. Again, we want to shout out to our sponsors. Series sponsor, CollateralDamageSportsNetwork.com. Producing custom overlays for anyone using the SDK Gaming broadcast software. Upgrade your broadcast at CollateralDamageSportsNetwork.com. Also, the Laughing Llama wraps from our own Walt Sahadak. And as we talked about earlier, 4D2 Designs. Nobody deserves the default. Make your truck stand out with 42 Designs. That was Cody Anderson. You can find him in the GEC Discord as well, and on Trading Paints.
Interesting to see if there's anybody that comes to the pits here. Nobody. I see Tanya Cook has just said, let's go GTCR Motorsports. And of course, Caswell piped up and says, I'm crew chief of the year. He's crew chief of the year. So yes, I agree with you right now. Man, it's awesome. I love seeing our Cup guys in the chat on YouTube.
Yeah, I think that's one of the funnest things about having two series is you can have teams across them, and you've got your truck guys, crew chief, and for your Cup drivers and your Cup drivers crew chief and for your truck drivers.
Yep, love it. Are these guys that low on fuel that they're feeling like they need to be on the apron?
They've done 18 laps. So let's take a look here. This is everyone's pit strategy. It's a big mess, but the longest anyone has made it, looks like Hughes made it 29 laps. A couple other drivers did 28 and 25. If we don't have a green-white checker, these drivers at the front will have to go 24. So I think they're just saving in case there's a green-white checker. I think they're okay to make it, especially with as many cautions as we've had.
They are at the front, so they won't be able to save, you know. Issue that. Yeah. So, interesting. We'll see.
It might be even less. It might be only 4 laps remaining when they take the green flag.
Yeah. Maybe Dinda's worried about fuel pickup problems.
Do get the 1 to go there. So it's Max Dinda and Knox Thompson on the front row. Those GTCR teammates, bumper to bumper. The Georgia Line Racing teammates, not bumper to bumper, but not too far apart.
So did the leader choose the top lane then?
He did, yeah.
Yeah. Just so it could lead, align with his teammate.
And Sahedak's right there. Childs is right there. Culleton. All the drivers we kind of mentioned earlier in the race that have the experience, have the pedigree of winning on a drafting track here at GEC, all rising to the top.
The top 6, the 3 on trucks on the inside were on the outside on the previous start, and 3 on the outside were on the inside in the previous start. Exactly the same lineup.
All right, they're coming out of turn 4 again.
With 4 to go.
We've had 15 cautions here tonight.
Do we get any green and white checkers, or what do we have?
I don't know if we're going to make it to that. But it has been a blast calling this race here tonight, watching these drivers out on the track. Green flag is in the air. Oh, the 88 already down to the bottom.
He's got a decision to make.
Yeah, there's a lot of lane swapping here on these restarts.
And Walt isn't quite to the back of Knox, which will affect him mid, back straight. Knox is going to find it hard unless Walt sucks up to him. He has got to him. She's on.
In the outside lane, huge run.
Huge run. Yep.
As Childs moves up to 3rd. Most on her bumper. Looks like the GLR guy's still not able to connect.
Oh, she's tight back here now.
Oh, John Boy in the wall. That's going to check up the outside lane behind Childs. And she shoots to the bottom.
Kenny and Childs both jump down.
And Dinda comes down to block.
It's busy here.
Then back up to his teammate. The 14 was in the wall about 600 feet ago and is now getting a huge run there on the outside. Third truck in line.
2 to go.
Sahadak and Culleton have fallen back a little bit, but here comes Jamie Griffin to help his teammate, perhaps.
Kenny's got a great push on Jessica right now. On the lower line.
Contact in the back, and there's the caution.
I got a blowover.
Skirbo, Brown, Dillon, Hayes, Brom, Weems, Boyd, Shelton, Ryder, Taylor, and McDuffie involved in that one.
I don't know who was in the lead at the time.
I think it was Dinda, at least based on the scoring monitors right now. So they were 3 wide on the front stretch, just got together. That gets Weems, and then everyone behind them. Nowhere to go. It's that 59 that goes end over end.
Somebody claimed it, but I couldn't hear who it was.
Let's check that one again. 63 and 59 started that one. Barrow gets through. And there it is. So I think that is going to bring us to a green-white checker.
I think we only have one of these.
Yeah, it's just one, so we will not be here all night.
One and she's done.
That was some pretty fantastic racing up at the front. But for the most part, they were staying 2 wide. I feel like now that we're down to this green-white checker, you're going to see 3 wide is what it's going to take to win this thing. So it's all going to come down to this. 250 miles, now something closer to 259 and a half miles or something like that. We're going to have a green-white checker overtime here in the first race of the season for the CDSN Truck Series in the GEC Racing League. Newcomer Max Dinda is in the lead, driving for team owner Garrett Caswell, the GEC veteran cup driver.
So that's just going to be interesting. Are they going to pick the top, or are they? I guess Dinda's going to pick.
Yeah, I don't think there's any right or wrong answer. It's certainly would be better, I would think, to be bumper to bumper with your teammate rather than side by side. But it does give you a little bit more control. But like I said, I think the win is going to come from the third lane. Whoever's able to hit it with some momentum.
Yeah.
Now, right now, I mean, that could be John Boy Hughes or Knox Thompson or Walt Sahadak.
Well, knowing Knox the way I do, he'll be going for the top lane.
Top performing Ram here tonight.
Yeah.
Take a look at how those trucks are running right now. It is a Toyota out front in P1. 9 Toyotas in the field. And the best running Chevy in third, best running Ram in sixth, and Ford in seventh, despite having 15 drivers out there.
It's really tough when you're in Jessica's position and Kenny's position in third and fifth, because you can't get off that bottom line. So there's not a real lot you can do. All you can do is bury your head and push as hard as you can.
Yeah, I think the only good news about being stuck on the bottom is that usually when a huge wreck breaks out, the guys on the top have nowhere to go but into the wall. Drivers on the bottom got this giant apron to use.
Yeah. Jessica pushes pretty well. She'll be behind the leader, behind Dinda.
Yeah, so there's going to be 104 laps when we wrap this one up. 16 cautions already, and 12 lead changes. I think those are official lead changes at the line. We've seen a lot more than that in the middle of those laps. Again, we've talked all night about the repairs going on. Looks like Barrow's going to win the award for most repairs made, although he's still stuck back in 30th. Look at most, though. Almost 5 minutes of damage for most, 4 minutes for the 88 of Doremus. Both in the top 5. That is impressive.
Yeah, that's really impressive. Jamie just throwing a shout out to Dusty. Oh, Dusty's hard work. Dusty's the race control tonight, so been tough on him, I'm sure.
Yeah, especially as his first race as a official race control here in season 9.
Yeah.
I want to remind everybody watching who's in the Discord and all the drivers out there to join us for the post-race after party in the Discord. Let us know how your race went. Have a few beverages, whichever type you prefer, and hang out with all of us, especially those up in the booth, so we can get to hear the real stories. We're going to get interviews for our podium drivers before this thing is over, but right now we're watching Max Dinda and his teammate out front taking the green, white checkered finish flags. Can they hold off Childs and Hughes and Thompson? Looks like Thompson's going to go to the bottom to push Childs in the 28. Dinda with a big lead that might be too big. Oh, and Most goes around. We've got a wreck.
And he's around, yeah.
And that is going to be the race, ladies and gentlemen. Max Dinda in first. Oh, I don't know what that was there right at the end. It looks like it's going to be Dinda, Childs, and Doremus. GTCR. Oh, no, I've got different scoring on different screens here. I'm not sure what is, I think we're going to have to wait for them to come around and take the flag for everything to be official for us to know exactly who is where. I'm pretty sure Dinda won it, and Childs was second.
That's all I could be confident of saying, to tell you the truth. Outside of that,
yeah, we might need some help here in figuring this one out. We'll see when the I guess they still have another lap to finish. Is that what's happening now? I hope everybody doesn't come down pit road. We've done that before. You gotta catch the pace car, stay out, and finish the lap for it to count. I hope race control is telling them. We've got one lap to finish here. Couple drivers, Chapman, Hayes, and Woods all got meatballs through that wreck. All right, looks like they're gonna at least try to sort this out. I think John Boy Hughes jumped the gun. He is coming around the start finish line. Pace truck is back in 3. Childs is stopped on the apron because I think she's waiting for the pace truck to catch up.
they're still working it out.
Yeah, I mean, Hughes is going to get a black flag for passing under the yellow if he's not careful. But yeah, we had a race, I think it was either North Wilkesboro or New Hampshire or somewhere where, oh my gosh. Chaos now as everyone's trying to get caught up to the finish. Childs is sideways. Oh, race controls night just went from over to a bunch more homework. There's going to be a talking to some of these drivers about professional finishes is what I think we got coming.
Yeah, it's definitely coming over the radio right now. So, yeah.
So I'm going to go back and pull up the caution and assume that is going to be our finishing order. At the time of caution, it was Dinda, Childs, and Doremus, your top three. But if I show the podium, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a couple different drivers. Yeah, so it is. Podium's not correct. The winner is... We'll see if our full race results have it right. They don't either. So we'll just hide all the data and get those three drivers, Dinda, Childs, and Doremus, up in the booth. We might need to get race control in here too, just so we know what's going on at the end. See if we can find that 88 in the chat. Let's see. I'm digging them up. They're in there. And then we'll, like I said, we're going to need to get race control in here to give us a little bit of explanation of the ending.
Yeah, I think they're still a little busy at the moment. I'll go down and grab them up here. Give me 1 second.
All right, well, we'll probably pull in our... Man, people are moving around on me. We'll go ahead and pull in our race winner, Max Dinda. What a race. A little bit of chaos all night long, and then especially there in the closing laps. Walk us through your night.
Yeah, I don't know. First start, first win, got the pole with the lowest laps. Pretty proud of that. I mean, big shout out to everybody doing this, TDL Designs, T&J, Bar and Grill, everybody. Garrett Caswell for putting me on. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, just...
Yeah,
oh, go ahead.
Sorry, Caswell was saying he was pulling the strings there for you in the chat tonight. He said he's the best crew chief. So was there a lot of communication with him in the chat tonight?
I mean, yeah, kinda.
Yeah, you guys
really,
lined up really well the whole entire time. You had phenomenal
Dakota Demoris, I think that's how you say his last name. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Me and him, he's not new to iRacing, but he's newer. So I do a lot of plate racing for fun, other leagues with plate racing. So I know what to do, and I was trying to help coach Dakota around. One point we were pushing early. I was controlling the lanes, and it was the other way around. But really proud with the performance he put on. I was the one telling Garrett to put him on for the team. I was begging him, and he listened to me. So I'm really glad he did that. I mean, I think he got third, but he may have gotten wrecked out. I don't know. It did something weird with the timing and scoring. So we'll have to look back where he finished. But really proud of him. Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. Cochran, where did he end up finishing? Did he finish third?
Again, if we're going from at the time of the caution, the end of the race, he was third.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, these guys put on a great show. You dominated out front tonight. Really impressed with how mature you were out front, and just leading the lines. Good job.
Yeah, thank you guys. Really appreciate you guys putting this all on.
Great first win.
Yeah, this was
yeah,
an
awesome job.
incredible mashup of veteran drivers here from the league with new drivers all racing together. I mean, we did have a lot of cautions, but for the most part, the racing seemed really great.
Yeah, hopefully first of many to come this season. I have a lot of confidence coming in. I have a high expectation for myself, so hopefully I can live up to it.
Well, congratulations again on the win. We're looking forward to see you out there the whole rest of the season, along with your other GTCR teammates.
Yeah, thank you.
Next up, we'll talk with Jess Childs, driver of the 28. Jess, you got a copy?
I do. How are you?
I mean, how about that? What a race! A lot of chaos is how I would describe it, especially there in that final white flag lap. Every driver is going every which way. As probably, I'm guessing, some confusion around where the pace truck was, whether or not the race was over, and all that. Just walk us through your night. We saw you up front most of the time, but also getting caught in some accidents here and there.
Yeah, I got caught in a wreck on pit road, and then I got a lap down. But then I end up getting the lucky dog, so I got my lap back and worked my way back to the front.
Well, we did see one instance where a truck went flying over top of you. Can you remember that one?
Yeah, that was pretty interesting.
we were on board for that. But Jessica, congratulations! You drove a great race. You are always phenomenal at this place.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job. Any interesting things that you saw out there tonight?
Not really. Just a truck going right over mine. I had kind of a front row seat to that, so. But
Yeah,
it was a good race overall.
Yeah, very cool. It was really entertaining watching. How hard was it to push on the top and the bottom, because you did both? I thought the top lane was probably the best lane there for a bit. How did you feel?
Yeah, I think the top lane goes a little quicker. I'm a little better at pushing on the bottom lane, but at the end, Thompson got behind me and pushed me up there. So big shout out to him.
Yeah, he drove a good race tonight as well. So, hey, congratulations, Jessica. Really happy to see you get across the line. I was pulling for you to win this one, but hey, real close.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
That was Jess Childs, driver of the 28, coming home P2, we think, depending on how that finish exactly works out.
I think she was fine. I'm worried about third. I'm
not. Yeah, the scoring is all off. Next up, let's go ahead and talk to driver of the 88, who we're pretty sure is the third place finisher in tonight's race. A new driver here in GEC for GTCR. You got a copy, brother?
Yeah, I got a copy.
All right. Well, first things first. Tell us how to say your name so we can make sure we're getting it right, because I'm sure we said it a couple different ways on the broadcast tonight. Should have asked first.
What was that?
I was gonna say, tell us how to pronounce your name so we can make sure we're getting it right if we're gonna be talking to you up on the podium like this.
Dakota Doremus.
Doremus. I think we had it. Yeah, I mean, we saw you leading earlier. At one point, you had led the most laps of anyone, and you got caught up in some trouble, but managed to make it back there with your teammate at the end. Just walk us through your race.
It started off really well. I was up front a lot, and then I spun on pit road and got involved in a couple more wrecks and was kind of stuck at the back, and then at the end we were able to finally get back up to the front and finish third, I think.
Yeah, you guys were pushing really good. Started off really strong. That's a great team you've got there. Are you looking forward? What other races are you really looking forward to this season?
I mean, I'm really looking forward to all of them, hoping I can have a pretty good season.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, congratulations on the podium finish here at Daytona. Next week, we're headed to Atlanta. Not that different of a track compared to Daytona. You looking forward to that?
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. I think probably be able to do pretty good going by the performance in Daytona.
All right, well, we look forward to seeing you out there and what the whole GTCR team can put together this season.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
That was Dakota Doremus, driver of the 88. We usually only do 3 interviews, but I see Knox Thompson down there. I think he wants to talk to us, Lee. There he is, driver of the 48.
Hey there, Knox.
Hello.
Congratulations. Good effort there tonight. We couldn't work out whether you came 3rd or 4th there for a while. It was pretty tight.
Yeah, I don't know. That was crazy. I wish they would have added like 3 green, white checkers, but it wasn't my decision. But yeah, I came from the back like 3 times. I started very back, and I got involved in 2 crashes. And other than that, stayed up decently top 10 all day.
Yeah, I was watching you pretty close because you were my pick tonight. So I was hoping you were going to bring it home for the win.
Well, maybe Echo Park will be a little better, but other than that, Keegan, my teammate, Keegan and Tucker Reed, he was my spotter. Keegan was out there giving me comms out there, and I'd like to thank both of them, and just hope that after the super speedways, maybe we can get back to something normal.
Yep. Well, it's always fun racing with you. We look forward to you having a great season. It's a really good group of trucks this year. The field's pretty heavy. You got some a lot of cup drivers that have come down, and then some other guys that are really strong.
I'm hoping to redo season 7 where I think you were the one racing against me most of the time, so like half the season.
Yeah, you only did half that season and you did really well. So we look forward to seeing what type of show you put on this season. It's going to be really tough, especially towards the back end in the playoffs. It's really interesting schedule this year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations, man. You did a great job. It was really entertaining race, actually.
Yeah, I tried my hardest.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, we'll see you out there next race and for the rest of the season. Usually I'd pull up a really beautiful results graphic, but it is all messed up after the end of that race. But it was Max Dinda getting his rookie opening performance win here with the GEC Racing League in the Collateral Damage Sports Network Truck Series. I mean, I'm not sure what else there is to say. I'm really excited to get the season kicked off. These drivers were all shaking off the rust. We're shaking off the rust here with the broadcast production as well. Looking forward to the rest of the season, Lee.
Yeah, I think we've already seen some great new additions to the series, and a great new team that's come out of the gates fighting. So it's going to be interesting to see the next few races.
Yes, sir. Well, appreciate you being in the booth with us tonight and all season. We had a blast. Big shout out to Dusty Haynes, Race Control tonight, who kept it all going straight. Got a little more work here to finish up with these results. And this is, as always, looking forward to everybody out in Radio Land and YouTube Land tuning in next week. As always, every Tuesday night, we've got the CDSN Truck Series, and Thursday night, the Cup Series is on the track. They have their Daytona opener starting around 8:30 on Thursday, so tune into that. Does look like Race Control Dusty Haynes has joined us in the booth. Dusty, what about that one?
I'm tired.
I'm sure. Yeah, you were the busiest man out there.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Good job.
I did my best.
We'll re-rack them and do it all again next Tuesday night at Atlanta Echo Park Speedway. Look forward to seeing you then. Thanks for tuning in to the GEC Racing League CDSN Truck Series.
The Collateral Damage Sports Network overlays can take your broadcast to the next level. Whether you want to kick off the show with our all-new infographics or wrap it up with our Race Results 2.0 with podium and superlatives. In the race, dive in to see who got on and off pit road the fastest, and then use our head-to-head plug-in package to know exactly when your driver will catch the leader. For your onboard cameras, you've got to have the tower telemetry. Then for the rest of your broadcast, keep up with all the action with alerts for penalties, off-tracks, and other events, stage break grids, alternative leaderboards, special event plugins like the Indy 500 qualifying, and more to keep your audience plugged into your stream, whether it's rolling grids and podiums, performance breakdowns by car, club, class, and team, or even pulling your Sim Racer Hub standings automatically. Join these elite broadcast partners and find your next broadcast upgrade at CollateralDamageSportsNetwork.com.